the brown boys, the brown boys, the brown boys, we the brown boys, the brown boys, we the brown boys. But let's get into this, man. I like what some of these people had to say. The original content is on Daily Dose of Sanity. And you guys should sub up to this channel. This is the original content. I will put this link in I'll put the link down in the description after the video.
Voting Democrat, then you like white people, which just goes to show you that the whole movement on that left side is to hate white people.
That's right. That's right.
So I don't understand why white people keep voting for Democrats.
That's right.
I don't understand why white people consider themselves liberals when the whole movement on that side is to hate the white man.
That's right.
This is why they call black conservatives sellouts and Uncle Toms, because you over there voting and you supposed to be over here with us protesting and hating white people, but you over there having white friends. White people on the left, I understand that you have white guilt.
Tell the truth.
I understand that you have a white savior complex.
Tell the truth.
But honey, you are voting for your own demise because them folks over there,
they don't like
can't stand you.
That's right.
They hate white people with a passion. Yep. And they hate anybody who even speaks to white people, which is why they hate the black conservative.
That's right.
But y'all keep voting for them. It don't make no sense. But you go ahead. That white guilt.
Go to your point about what did the Conservative Party right now, what are they doing is illegal migration. And I have many videos talking about how when you allow millions of people who are not, classically educated, right? They don't have a degree from something. When they come in, the jobs that they take are blue collar jobs. I have multiple members of my family that have criminal records. They need blue collar jobs. If you look at the results of the mass deportation acts, black men are getting jobs in trucking. They're getting jobs in home improvement. They're getting jobs in moving and storage. This is a fact that was direct. And I just was talking to her about this outside. They are taking low cost rental apartments. I'm a real estate agent. I did the math on this. In New York City, I'm in New York City. There are 100,000 homeless people in New York City. There are 600,000 illegal migrants in New York City. There's 20% of the illegal migrants are living in apartments, right? So that's, if you do those quick numbers, that's 120,000 or 120,000 apartments being taken up that could be going to the 100,000 homeless people. And of the homeless people, 60% of them are illegal migrants. So the reality.
Dang. So if you can give apartments to illegal migrants, then you could have gave those apartments to the homeless in New York, and then we'd had less people on the street, which would have made a cleaner, safer, nicer America. But instead, you bring other people in, leave the Americans on the street, and put them in the apartments. Yeah, that makes no sense. But I'm the coon. I'm the sellout. I'm the coon. I'm the sellout. And you, the smart person, I guess. I don't know.
We need to talk about this and how that sector of the population coming here is affecting especially low-income black people. Also, abortion needs to be mentioned because the reality is, as we abort more of our black babies, we become or keep staying a lower minority in this country. There are somewhere around 400,000 black babies aborted.
I want y'all to pay attention to this part of what she's saying. Please. I want y'all to listen to it all, but please pay attention to this part. Ladies, it is your body, your choice, but just think about the trickery and the wordplay and the verbiage that they saying. Just like they tell men, it ain't tricking if you got it. Keep tricking, you won't have it. But we abort allegedly 400,000 babies per year. Imagine, because we always talk about we 13% of the population. Imagine if we didn't abort all those babies. Imagine what our numbers would look like then. So this is why Margaret Sanger was brought into our community by our black pastors. I'm not going to say the name, but by our black pastors. And this is why we are in the position that we're in.
So abortion needs to be mentioned because the reality is, as we abort more of our black babies, we become or keep staying a lower minority in this country. There are somewhere around 400,000 black babies aborted every year, not just babies. There's 1 million abortions every year. There's 400,000 black babies aborted every year. Black people only make up 13% of the entire U.S. population. So if we kept 1 million people every 2 years, we would literally stop being a minority in this country in the course of 10 years.
I'm a black woman in America with conservative views, and somehow that offends more people than actual racism. The moment I don't agree, I'm no longer independent or strong, I'm a
Coon, bootlegger.
Funny how respect disappears when I don't vote or think the way I'm expected to. Here's the part they hate the most. My identity does not belong to a political party. My skin color isn't a contract, and my mind is not up for group ownership. You don't have to agree with me. Skin too.
God, dog, boy, this woman is fine to me. And I'm not just talking about her look. When I hear somebody talk like this, I be sitting back at that coffee shop like, boy, you lucky. You lucky I got somebody. Because I like when a woman speak openly and speak with some common damn sense. Listen to what this woman is saying. I like this.
I'm a Black woman in America with conservative views, and somehow that offends more people than actual racism. The moment I don't agree, I'm no longer independent or strong. I'm a
coon, bootlegger.
Funny how respect disappears when I don't vote or think the way I'm expected to. Here's the part they hate the most. My identity does not belong to a political party. My skin color isn't a contract, and my mind is not up for group ownership. You don't have to agree with me, but you will respect my right to think for myself.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people be talking shit about America. Hey, if you don't like America, go to another country, bitch. I love this country. I protect this bitch.
What really stands out to me is the idea that we have.
Hey, I bet one of them YNs bet not say nothing to him. He trained to go. He looked like a YN too, but he trained to go. Look at this boy. This boy ready to go. This is a soldier. He said, I protect this mother. Leave. You gotta respect it. I respect that. Salute to you, man.
To stop allowing politics to turn Americans against each other, especially based on race, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not interested in looking at somebody and deciding what political opinions they are supposed to have because of the color of their skin, folks. I'm an American. That's how I see myself first, right?
But as soon as you disagree with them, they're not going to call you American. They're going to call you a tether. That's why I don't like the name calling sometimes, because you can't decide who right and wrong by just the name calling. I know how to name call, and sometimes y'all like it, sometimes y'all don't. But why don't we get back to a healthy conversation? My body, my choice. Well, except when it comes to the COVID vaccine, what he said, I ain't saying nothing else. What Paul said, right there. Yeah. Shout out to you, Paul.
And I think that's the problem with a lot of these identity politics that we've been dealing with for years now. Yeah, because the left has spent enormous amount of time telling Americans that their race should determine how they see themselves, how they see other people, and how they should vote.
Why Donald Trump? For me, okay, back in 2016, I flew from Tokyo, Japan, where I live, to come back here to make sure I voted for Donald Trump. He's not your average politician. He's a guy that makes mistakes, that say things that are stupid, because we all do stupid things. We do crazy things. The black community don't know what Donald Trump did for black people. Trump is a business person, and I like the way he negotiates. And he when we had him as president, we didn't have.
Said Trump gonna get impeached.
America was respected. He is definitely looking out for the best interest of America. Yeah. I mean, that is without a doubt. I just hate that it takes black people so long to even wake up to come around to it. I mean,
do you think as a population demographic, black people have come around to Trump?
You wouldn't have seen this a long time. You wouldn't have seen this right here so much during his last administration. It was people like myself and people like a lot of other people with the Frederick Douglass Foundation that stood up for Trump. And then, we had to fight the church and everybody else, because sometimes they don't like it when you don't think like they do.
That's right.
You feel a room full of black people. And I get them every day, because I'm one that speaks out. And I'll get someone to walk up to me and say, man, I like Trump. What do you think? Or they'll say, what do you think about Donald? I say, man, I love Trump.
Ramon Arroyo on Fox News said that he thinks that the black voters that like Donald Trump are because he likes sneakers. That was Fox News
sneakers.
saying. Yeah.
Oh, because he came out with those sneakers and he slapped it in the judge's face, and he slapped it in the liberals' face, because they want to charge him $350 million, and he made that back in less than an hour on sneakers. No, that's a smart man. Okay, so they can say what they want to say, So no, it's not about that. Black America is tired of being prostituted. We're tired of being prostituted, tired of being lied to, tired of being manipulated, tired of having those doggy bones like he was telling you up there with the black colleges, where every year you got to come back and beg for some money. Why didn't your black president do that for you?
Wait, we got to.
You don't want to get me on that. Please don't get me on that. See, this is another thing that the Democrats has done. Now, have you noticed that every state that they basically want to indict him and all this and all that, black women, pretty much a black woman. Okay, so they set this up
in Georgia, and you're talking about Fani Willis in Georgia.
Fool, the one up there in New York, that
Letitia James,
and the guy, she auditioned and for many years, and they put him in these spots. You understand? So what is he going to try? What can he say to a black man? Can't he say nothing to a black woman without something happening? How's a white man going to say something to a black woman today without something happening? You can't call her a stupid. You know.
And I told y'all that's what they use. They use groups. They use because if he say something about one black woman, they'll make it about all. So they use groups to take down a person. They'll either use black women, they'll use the LGBTQIA plus. Sorry if I forgot a letter. They'll use anti-Semitism. They'll use anything that you say nowadays. They'll twist it, even if that's not what your intentions are. They'll twist it, label it something. Therefore, you don't have to have a conversation about it. Once you're labeled a disruptor, once you're labeled X, Y, and Z, no need to even talk to you. They'll toot their nose up as if they're right. No need to talk to you. You're just a disruptor. And they'll walk off. It's like, wait a minute. I thought you're supposed to have a conversation about different opinions or different thoughts. And then we see where the chips fall through conversation, through trial and error. Okay, you identify as a dog. Okay. Well, let's take you to the dog park and let's see if you can wrestle one of these dogs. See if you can bump in and sniff and play with the dogs and see if they'll accept you. Okay, you identify as a bird. Oh, okay. Let's not go too high because we don't want you to learn too much of a lesson. Let's just go off 2 stories up. Maybe, your leg will be a little mangled a little bit. Let's go 2 stories up. And then let's just see how far you go. But in today's world, you can just say any damn thing. This is the internet world. You can just land of make-believe.
You can't call it a B word, although that's all they hear through our music. So they're using these black people. I mean, it's just like the Ku Klux Klan. They may as well we may as well go back to the Klan days. Donald Trump down there in Georgia, think he's gonna get a fair trial. He's not gonna get a good trial there. He's not gonna get it. This is all a lynching.
If 12 jurors convict him on any of these counts, where does that put you? What do you think of a convicted president or president to be?
Democracy is gone. Okay, we didn't convict Nixon. And he had, first of all,
Nixon was pardoned.
Well, okay, America is going to be in a bad situation, and it would be more divided, and it could even lead to a war. Because the thing of it is, if they can do that to a president, then they can do anything to us.
That's right.
And that's the way I see it.
That's right.
And we don't have any. There'll be no rules and regulations. There'll be no democracy here in America anymore. And you know what? The Democrats don't care.
What makes you say that?
Because they're willing to push it to the edge. They have a war to do this, to a civil war again, because they think they can.
Do y'all think that's true? Do y'all think they're looking for a civil war? Do y'all think that's true? Do you think they are looking for a civil war? Because this color line stuff been pushed for a long, long time.